Let's talk about how women act around attractive men. The female body language signs of attraction can be a little embarrassing and funny sometimes. Here's the deal: as men and women, we naturally tend to be fascinated by each other, but we often have a very hard time telling what the other is thinking. Do you maybe struggle with that? The good news is there are subtle signs that, once you know how to read them, make it incredibly obvious that the attraction is real. So, I'm about to reveal both the beautiful and the awkward things women do around attractive men. Pay close attention because you may just discover the signs that your crush likes you. And as we dive in, I've always got to say it: make sure you hit the subscribe button. My name is Kelly, I'm a dating coach, and your go to source to learn how to have lifelong, deep, authentic connection, to have a lifelong love. No flings, no mind games, just real strategies that actually work. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. Okay, we're going to start off with a really funny thing many women will do when they're around attractive men. Number one is she may talk louder. I know it sounds a little funny, but it's very accurate. She probably has no idea she's even doing it, but it's very common. If she's around someone who's attractive and she wants him to notice her, she is going to just unintentionally do things to catch your attention. And one of these things could be, let's say she's talking with her friends, she may just kind of start talking louder. This is especially true if she's also kind of shooting glances in your direction. Many women do this. It's kind of funny to look for once you're aware of it. It's, again, something she probably has no idea she's doing, but she's hoping, that maybe you'll hear her talking and you'll notice her and you'll think she's cute. I'm not sure how talking louder would make her more cute, but, we do strange things when we've got the butterflies. The second thing many women will do when they're around an attractive man is she might laugh a lot. This is incredibly common. Now, it can be for a couple of reasons. One, research has shown us that when a woman is attracted to a man, she just tends to find his sense of humor a lot more funny. She enjoys his sense of humor more. In addition to that, many women, not all women, but many, when they're nervous, tend to laugh and giggle. So you put the butterflies with the nervousness with the fact that this guy, we think his sense of humor is really great. That is the perfect recipe for a lot of laughter. And so many women, when they're around attractive men, they will tend to just laugh a lot. The next thing many women will do around attractive men is one that none of us like to admit. And that is, sometimes it affects you in such a way that you become really clumsy. You become butterfingers. You drop things easier. Maybe you even aren't paying attention, so you walk into people or walls or something because you're having a hard time breathing and focusing all on him and a little afraid of what he does or doesn't think about you. It's very, very common for people when they're attracted to someone to kind of feel the nervous jitters and to become maybe a little bit more clumsy. It's kind of brutal though, because when you're attracted to someone, you want them to think the best of you, right? So it's a little bit brutal. But if you're looking for that sign, it can definitely be a helpful one to look out for. Another thing some women will do when they're around attractive men is they may start to act really shy. They may not talk a lot. I've had many men reach out to me and say that they've assumed that a girl totally hated them because maybe she talked to other people. But when it came to talking with him, she would just shut down and get really shy and wouldn't talk. Sometimes the honest reality of why she's doing that is simply because she is so attracted to you and she's nervous. This tends to be more a sign with shy girls because she wants you to think well of her so badly, and so it can kind of have a paralyzing role. So if there is a girl that you're totally crushing on, you think she's so cute, and she tends to act more shy around you, don't necessarily take that as an indicator that she wants nothing to do with you. It could honestly be that she really wants to talk to you, but she's just having a shy attack. Now, the next thing women will do around attractive men also goes for kind of some of the more shy women. And this is that she may avoid eye contact with you. Again, it would be very easy to assume that it's because she hates you, but it can also just be a sign that she's scared. She's feeling those butterflies, she can't breathe, she's afraid she's going to say something stupid, and so she may avoid eye contact. And another variation of this could be the chin tuck that I'm sure you've heard me mention in other videos. Now, here's a less shy thing that women will do around attractive men. Yes, she may avoid eye contact, but many women will try to catch your eye and maintain that eye contact. She's going to want to create a connection with you. She's going to want you to notice her across the room, and she's going to want to create that connection and encourage you to approach her and interact with her. So many women will try to catch your eye and maintain that eye contact rather than avoid it. Now, honestly, you may be wondering what to do next. I obviously have many more signs to share with you in this video, but in the back of your head, you may be wondering, this is great, but what happens next? It's important to keep the attraction going, to keep the connection strong, and to make your move. If you don't do that, this is what ultimately can cause a woman to pull away. Not because she wasn't interested, but because nothing's happening. She assumes you're not interested. So attraction is either growing or dying, and you want to make sure you're doing what you need to keep it growing. These are, of course, things I walk you through in great detail in my academy, Attracting Lasting Love Academy. However, I have a really great place for you to start. Make sure you grab my free guide, 13 Signs She is Waiting for You to Make a Move. Imagine knowing just by how she looks, how she's positioned herself, by how she acts, that she's totally attracted to you and she wants you to make a move. That would make approaching so much easier, right? So, this is a guide that every man needs. This is an essential resource, and again, I'm offering it to you right now for free. I'll put a link in the description below and in the pinned comment. Make sure you grab that guide. It's going to help you so much with your next steps. The next common thing women do around attractive men is play with their hair or their accessories. This is something she doesn't even really necessarily realize she's doing. Maybe she's hoping that it looks nice and she wants to make sure she's, got it looking good. Or maybe she's just kind of got that nervous thing you do when you're like, I've got to do something with my hands because that guy is so stinking hot. And so it's just kind of like a nervous reaction. Or even a, hey, I hope he notices how cute I look. Bottom line, it's an incredibly common thing women do around men they think are attractive. As a matter of fact, in my very first early years of being a coach, when I started learning about body language, I remember putting together a video on this topic. Then I went out to a dance, and there was a guy who was really, really cute. And I was watching him across the room, and I was playing with my jewelry. I didn't even know I ever did that before that day. So it's a very common sign, even though it sounds a little funny. The next very common thing women do around attractive men is the catwalk. Now, I've said this in past videos, and some guys are like, what in the world is the catwalk? It's where she lets her hips sway. Okay, it's a very common thing. Not all women do it, but many women do around attractive men. If she's letting her hips swing when she walks, it's because it accents her femininity. She doesn't even realize she's doing it, most likely, but it's a way for her to try and appear feminine and attractive to you. So, when a woman is shaking her hips when she walks, it's a very, very good sign of attraction. The next thing women often do around attractive men is very subtle touches. When we're attracted to someone, we want to touch them. Everybody knows that, right? And having those little subtle ways to break the touch barrier is a very, very common indicator of attraction. Often we don't even recognize we're doing it. It's not like you're thinking, I think I'm going to break the touch barrier now. Here we go. It's usually something very subtle. She'll give you a playful push or touch your arm when she's talking to you. Maybe she'll stand close. She may even brush up against you when she walks by, perhaps even completely unintentionally. But those little subtle touches indicate attraction. So if you notice that that happens frequently, it's a really good sign of attraction. The next thing women will do around attractive men, we've talked quite a bit at the beginning of this video about things shy girls will do. Well, something many women will do who aren't as shy is she'll be really playful and really flirty. You've always got to take personality into consideration, but how flirty and playful she is can be a huge sign of attraction. It sounds like a little bit of a no-brainer, but it's something a lot of people can miss. If she's acting flirty, if she's acting playful, especially if you're the one she acts this way around the most or even exclusively, that can be a really good indicator that she's very much attracted to you. She wants you to be attracted to her. She wants you to notice her that way. And the next thing women will do around attractive men is she will seek one-on-one time. Now, obviously, I mean this completely appropriately. Let's say that you're at a party and there's a whole bunch of people around, but she really just, you know, indicates that she just wants to talk to you. Or she just keeps following you around, hoping to interact with you. Or maybe she hints or suggests things you can do that are more one-on-one, like going to a certain event together, the two of you. If she's looking for that one-on-one time with you, that is a good indicator of attraction, especially a woman who is looking for a lifelong partner. She wants to get to know you. She's not interested in charming the whole room. She wants to get to know that one special man. And so seeking that one-on-one time is a big deal to her. Thank you so much for watching, my friend. I hope you enjoyed this show. I actually thought this was a really fun topic. If you have suggestions for other topics, please leave them in the comments. Your feedback really does help me.